Hey everybody on YouTube, just a quick video upload here, just a little bit of an update this evening on what's going on regarding camper van Elvis. As I mentioned in my earlier thing I put up this afternoon, that this is quite a game that's underway here on YouTube, and it's a game with big consequences with a lot of people that have a lot to lose in here. And I'm going to tell you what, for an objective, I always have to kind of laugh at myself and think, for an objective to get an overweight Assyrian guy in his van rambling and ranting and making an ass out of himself a lot of times, to target him and use the amount of quote horsepower to prove a point about what tough guys you are is really something. I've sworn to China, when it goes, it goes. You know what I mean? So I can speak honestly about stuff and tell you guys. I plan on keeping my agreement, but I'll tell you this. Things are all staged for the benefit of the viewing audience, to try to sway support. I've been chatting on the side of chat rooms and gathering information about potential things like hypnotherapy and talking to other people that are discussing metal detecting and the things that I enjoy doing on YouTube. But you find that everything is twisted and spun, and character assassination becomes the word of the day. It's what we can do to make somebody look bad. In other words, before I had it out last night at about 9 o'clock, I had one beer, and it was, of course, twisted and perverted because that's the script on the other side. That's the script. It's all about character assassination. It's all about doxing out people. It's all about being bullies on YouTube. When they see that certain people in the chat room start to veer off of subject and start to veer off point, and talk about normal things in life. The rats now run scared, so they send in all these little straw puppets and all these ridiculous little troll accounts to go in there and troll you. So what do? I troll the trolls in there, not the nice people that are in there chatting, but the so-called professional trolls that just appear off of 10 screens in somebody's room with the game that they're playing. I told you it's the greatest show. It's the greatest show on earth now. And there's big things going on. There's people with ego claims. There's people that claim that they have the high moral ground. I remind you again what I said. I'm nothing on YouTube now. To me, I don't much care anymore. But I don't like people that come in and bully. I don't like people that allow themselves. You talk about Elvis. How about the way certain people have been trotted out? How about certain people in this event that you haven't seen for months? That suddenly, when the big sting is underway, they just kind of parachute in. And certain people disappear for a long period of time. It's almost like they go into witness relocation programs. And then before you know it, they start to make a really strong comeback in comments and things like that. And there's all this, between the comments, all this high five and yeah, buddy, see you there, and all this stuff. And it's like, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out what's going on here. You may not like Campervan Elvis. I don't like him 90% of the time. I didn't hang out on his chats. As I said before, he doesn't like my stuff. I don't like his stuff. But I do care about his right to not be treated and abused at this point in time. Financially, hey, you got to face the consequences. Fraud-wise, you got to face the consequences. If there's anything out there, you've got to face the music and make it right. That's not the kind of thing to be enabled, that kind of thing. There's nobody else that can stand up and say, hey, I've got to make that right and do that. But I'll tell you what, remember there's an end game here. There's an end to the game here. And when all these mega trolls have receded back into the woodwork and Anon leaves the scene, just remember he'll be left there. And just remember, as you watch events unfold the next couple days, just watch the way, observe some of the chat rooms, and watch the way that people are trotted in and out like stage hands. And then they trot out again. They get certain actors. They're called out of their dressing rooms, and they're put on stage to ring the bell and rile up the troops. It's like in the Old West, right? We've used the symbolism of the Alamo. But remember in the Old West, when danger would be coming, they'd send that one guy or lady out, ding, 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 to warn that trouble's coming. This is all the greatest show on earth that you're seeing unfolding here, guys, with big consequences for a lot of people. I've not broken one pledge or promise that I put in, nor do I intend to. But I'm just saying, if you're of snap judgment and unable to think below surface levels, hold judgment until things become clear. Like I said, at this point, I got nothing. I don't care anymore about it. Let the game proceed, but don't let yourself be done down, and don't let yourself be treated like you're a child by these people. Think about what's going on. Think about the people that appear. Think about the people that have been around since 2015, and think about the people that just came on the scene and swooped in. Think about what their motivation is. Think about the big game that's now going on. Okay? As I've said before, the intention is probably correct, but the way that they went around about it is very ham-fisted. And well, they've got a lot of thinking to do, but there's not a lot of thought about their own actions and the own way that they carry out their evil do. So I think to myself, I don't have to expose anything. I just think to myself, hey, let's even up the score a little bit, okay? Let's let the guy, when the rig crashes and burns, which it will, let's make sure that it doesn't incinerate with it, okay? Keep your eyes open, look around, don't be fooled. Things are not as they appear, okay? A person that you assume is a person here is in this location. Don't think it's so. Trust nothing that you see on the internet. Trust nothing that you see unless you see the people on camera doing content creators and the people that you know on a day-to-day basis. Let's keep it real, okay? Just understand what's going on out here. Understand the people that are involved. Understand the motivations. And understand that there's some people that have been playing a game for a long time on here, for a lot of years, a ton of years, that, well, let's just say it, they armored up for this job. And they're some of the most brilliant people that you'll ever see on the internet, and they have nothing to do with Anon. They have to do with being retired and gifted software engineers and computer hackers, okay? Call your computer company, call your internet company, and make sure that you have a static internet address, okay? And also make sure that you're using software, antivirus software. You should have it anyway. Most internet addresses are static today, which means they change every week or so, and you get a new one. But make sure, just protect yourself. You know, don't click on any links out there. Okay, I'm just telling you, be real. A lot of you people are really waking up now and messaging. You're getting the point that something's going on. You're examining the players that are involved. You're going back and looking at old chats and old uploads and old comments that have been on videos in the past couple weeks. And you're starting to see a trail here. Okay? You're starting to see a trail of subterfuge. Okay, let's be clear. Let's end it on this. The motivations may be good, and I agree. I do not like e-begging, but I don't like a ham-fisted approach to doing things, and I don't like internet bullying that so many of my friends and so many of my peers have had to endure at the hands of these people for years. Okay, enough said. Thank you, everybody.